interesting to talk about its origins when it has had such a long life. The impetus for it really came, I think, with me trying to deal with grief. When I moved from DC to New York, I experienced a loss of a friend of mine who was killed through gun violence. And it took me some time to process. I would keep his obituary on my prayer table. That was really what was the seed of it. I had created a map of the world of the play, Washington, D.C. to New York, this route that Sarah has to travel in order to fulfill the promise of the piece, which is her healing.
When I first read it, I kind of put it down. I was like, oh my goodness, is this about me? Mama in Yellow says, you're always trying to find out who you be and who you trying to be and how you're gonna get there. Being an indigenous Black woman, that feels very, very specific to my experience.
This is a Black girl from DC. She looks DC, is DC, she is DC. But yet there's a spiritual aspect to her.
The protagonist, Sarah, is giving her light to everybody else and sacrificing her own visions for herself and her desires in order to raise up others. And she is slowly trying to gather light that she can hold on to, but the world keeps throwing all kinds of challenges and deaths and compromises to her.
This play is reminding me how important it is and how necessary it is that we maintain the culture of what DC is and respect the indigenous land and what the Chocolate City people brought to this land.
One of the things that I love most about this play is it does not harp or capitalize on Black trauma, the degradation, the demise. This play means liberation.
This piece especially requires more of me as an artist than a lot of pieces do. Being able to play music in the show leads to visceral, meditative, entrancing moments by themselves.
The music, it's a variety. DC's go-go music, which serves as a backdrop for this piece. The ring shout, the opening scene, the Afro-Cuban musical influences there as well. Jazz, blues, hip-hop.
This piece is really about a journey to wholeness and being willing to go through all that it takes in order to be whole and then in order to be well. We can't really be whole until our community is whole, right? So the work that we do for ourselves is also the work that we're doing for other people.
It's one of the few pieces that I've ever been a part of, directed, that I have seen an audience intimately engaged and invested in the protagonist's evolution. It plays in the world of gods, but also in the world of humans. Psychological realism, magical realism, African storytelling and Western storytelling all just merged together.
I'm really excited by the involvement of spirituality, an actual weaving of the rituals and practices, conversations about living in your purpose, not following other people's dreams, having your own song and your own story within you.
I love these characters. These characters remind me of my mother, and they remind me of my ancestors and of strong Black women and of wise Black women. I feel blessed to be able to embody those voices.
I want people to walk away celebrating who they are and where they came from.
I want them to realize how supernatural and spiritual the art of what we are and what we do is.
The play is an every woman story, Black every woman story. This Black woman's perspective. We need more of this.
We have a whole community of people who are who they are, they look how they look, they talk how they talk, and they are powerful.